Alright guys, before we start talking about Dragon Ball Super, I got an exclusive deal for you guys courtesy of our friends at Crunchyroll. You can now sign up absolutely free for 30 days. You get a free trial, not 2 weeks. You get a whole month of premium Crunchyroll where you can legally watch Dragon Ball Super 100% legal, not just legal, but 1080p high definition on all your devices. And it's not just Super, it's also tons, thousands of other episodes of anime. There's so much anime on here, you'll never be bored. Crunchyroll.com/geekdom. I'll put the link down in the description. Again, 30 days free. Dragon Ball Super, any show you want to watch on Crunchyroll, 1080p, no ads. You'll want to check it out. Link is down below. Last week on Dragon Ball Super, the Future Trunks arc came to an end as now we prepare to move on to some new stuff. And in my review last week, I made a couple of mistakes here and there, and I do want to apologize for those mistakes. I already talked about it earlier this week on other videos, but these are viewed by a lot more people. The Daishinkan, the Great Priest, is actually Whis' father, not his brother. In fact, I've actually got a video coming out right here on Geekdom 101 about the entire god hierarchy. I'm going to explain to you all the gods and their positions from the Omni King all the way down to the Guardian of Earth. So that's going to be tomorrow on Geekdom 101. But let's talk about today on Geekdom 101. Let's talk about Dragon Ball Super episode 68. The Japanese title is Hideo Shenron Kanaeru Negai wa Dare no Mono, which translates to Come Forth Shenron, whose wish shall be granted, or Come Forth Shenlong. Either way, it's the correct way to say it. It doesn't really matter. That is the title of Dragon Ball Super episode 68. And this is pretty much the definition of a, I guess you can call it slice of life, you know, in-between episode that really, I don't know if it's going to mean anything in the future, but it definitely might. First thing I want to talk about is the intro. The Trunks stuff is no longer in the intro. They reverted back to the original intro with Mr. Satan, Jonko, and Boo, and the stuff with Trunks and Black is gone because this is like the in-between stuff. The episode opens up in like the middle of the night. We see like it's at Capsule Corp. It's the middle of the night. Bulma goes into her laboratory and she has Viola another time machine. Now, the episode does not state how much time has passed since Trunks left. Dragon Ball Super has a problem when it comes to telling us how much time passed in between certain events. So this could be a week later. It could be a month later. It could be, who knows? It could be, I don't think it's a year, but it could be a couple days. But pretty much Bulma somehow has another time machine. Now, it doesn't state whether she rebuilt it from the Trunks time machine, or if it does state that, I missed it, or if she just built a new one from scratch. But it looks like it's a completed time machine, but she's missing one part. She needs this blue crystal, this like blue metal or something like that. That's like a blue mineral. Mineral is the word I'm looking for. She needs this blue mineral to complete the time machine. She's saying in the episode she knows that it's a crime. She knows that she should not do it, but she doesn't care. She wants a challenge. Unfortunately, that blue crystal is only available in the future, which is the part that she needs. And that's pretty much where we go to the intro of the episode. That's the precursor of the episode. Bulma still messing around with time travel. Are they hinting at a Trunks return? I'll be honest, guys, I don't think we've seen the last of Future Trunks. I thought the last arc was, the end of the arc was very, very open-ended, and we don't even know what's going to end up happening with Trunks and Mai. I think there's still more story to be told, and I'm thinking, and more so hoping, I am hoping we actually get a real resolution, and that this guy ends up with a happy ending, because what a tough life Trunks has had. Anyways, back to this episode. So Goku and King Kai-Osama are together. Goku says, you know, he'll finally bring Kai-Osama back to life. Now, those of you who forgot, Kai-Osama died when Goku teleported Cell to his planet back during the Cell Saga when Cell had blown himself up when he was, you know, giant and fat. He blew himself up, and to save the Earth, Goku took him to Kai's planet, killing Gregory, Bubbles, Kai, himself, and he thought Cell, but Cell survived. So since then, Kai-Osama's been dead. Now, what I don't understand is why it even matters. If if King Kai lives in the other world, why do you care if you're dead or alive? I guess it matters somehow, but I have no idea why. So Bulma, again, she's doing this whole thing where she's, you know, Goku shows up. Okay, Goku shows up at Capsule Corp while Bulma's working on this time machine. He wants to borrow the Dragon Radar so he can get the Dragon Balls to summon the dragon to wish back, Kai. Bulma freaks out and hides the time machine, turning the lights off or whatever. She's looking for that blue crystal thing, and then she realizes when Goku shows up, hey, I can just ask the dragon for the blue crystal, and we're good to go. So Goku goes to visit Kame Sennin for a second, and then we have this interesting scene of Chi-Chi, 18, and Marin shopping at the mall. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put a poll here in the upper right-hand corner of this video. I want to get you guys to vote for me on this one. Who is more of a gold digger, Chi-Chi or 18? Let me know what you think up in that poll in the upper right. So, Whis and Beerus run into Bulma, and apparently the thing with Whis and Beerus now is that they just show up whenever they want to eat. Like, that's just what they do now. They just come to Earth to eat, and that's pretty much their story, at least until something serious happens. So they eat a whole bunch of crab, like there's like a whole table full of crab, and as usual, anime food looks so much tastier than real food. They ate a lot of crab, but I've eaten more crab at the buffet. I have eaten more crab than Beerus and Whis have, so I got that one. Maybe not Champa. So Bulma, when she sees Whis and Beerus, she freaks out because she knows that she knows that time travel is forbidden, especially after that last arc, so she doesn't want them to find out. So we have a little scene of Goku hunting for the Dragon Balls. Again, it's a nice throwback. It kind of reminded me of that scene in Dragon Ball Z where Goku's looking for the Dragon Balls during the 10-day wait for the Cell games. It reminded me of that. So something weird I noticed in this episode, and I want to get you guys' thoughts on this to see if I'm going crazy or not. Bulma's tits kept changing size depending on who the animator was. Like, at least I'm guessing it was who the animator was. Let me know if I'm going crazy or not, but her boobs are unproportional depending on the scene. It was kind of interesting. Not that I was looking or anything, but anyways. So, Goku, summons the dragon, gets all the Dragon Balls together quick. I mean, it's like a minute long. They didn't even waste time on this. So they summon Shenron, and 18, Roshi, and Oolong show up, and we actually have a little flashback of Dragon Ball reanimated with the wish for the panties. Remember the first wish ever in Dragon Ball? We see that again. So Pilaf, Mai, and Shu are also there. And then Trunks and Goten show up. It's like everybody shows up here. And Goku pretty much explains that he's going to go ahead and revive Kaiosama. Now, if you guys remember, they already summoned the dragon during the Universe 6 arc to ask about the Super Dragon Balls. So, they still have 2 wishes left because the dragon can grant 3 wishes. I know some people are confused about this. They think the dragon can grant 2 wishes. No, if you watch the Buu arc, the dragon can grant 3 wishes. I have a video outlining this in my channel called The History of the Dragon Balls where I cover that inconsistency because it goes from 3 to 2 to 3 within the same arc, but it is 3. The dragon can grant 3 wishes, but there's 2 wishes left because the first one was already granted. So the problem is that everybody else wants a wish, but there's not enough wishes to go around. So they argue over the Dragon Balls, and this whole episode is pretty much them kind of arguing over the Dragon Balls. Kid Trunks is saying, well, the adults, they always get the fun, and then 18 is like, oh no, you can't do that. You can't, you can't just be greedy, even though she's a greedy person. Then they have a very interesting scene where Pilaf is there, and then Gohan shows up, right, holding Pan, and he knocks Pilaf away. So Gohan actually hurt somebody. Let's throw our hands up in the air, Gohan fans. And Pan is indeed sick. Now, in my episode prediction, I had about 15 people, maybe more, tell me Pan is sick, Pan is sick, Pan is sick. And I didn't catch that in the preview. Yes, Pan was sick. Hey, I can't catch everything. Sorry I missed that. I mean, I'm not perfect, okay? But it was interesting because what they say here is kind of weird. Gohan wishes for Pan to be healthy because she has a fever, and I guess Earth medicine does not work on Saiyans. That's a little weird because, number one, she's only a quarter Saiyan. Number two, what's going to happen if she gets sick again? Was she going to die? I mean, Gohan just says she had a fever. It wasn't like she had the fucking heart virus that Goku had. I mean, it was very weird. And then, it's a very cute scene here, though. I did like this scene. The dragon grants the wish and gives Gohan what he wants, and Pan ends up being healthy again. He throws the baby up in the air, and she has like a cute smile, and it was nice. I mean, it's whatever. But that takes away one of the wishes. By the way, those of you who have been asking me why I haven't done a video on Gohan returning, I'm not going to do a video on Gohan returning because every time that Toei teases us with Gohan returning, we end up talking about it. I'm not going to have 15 videos on my channel speculating whether or not Gohan's going to return until we have some actual evidence of Gohan returning. It's like, just because the dude had the mystic haircut and said goodbye to Trunks and looked like he was training, which I don't think he was, doesn't mean he actually was. Everybody was like, make a video about Gohan returning. Like, no, I've already made that video about Gohan having a comeback. I actually made like 3 videos about it. So look through my channel. I got tons of videos on Gohan. The same thing I said in those videos still stands. If Gohan's going to make a comeback, it's going to be, we need more evidence before I actually sit there and say, yes, it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen just yet. So people are now saying they want Kaio to be revived another time. It doesn't make a difference. So then Pilaf again wants to make the wish. Bulma shows up in a capsule car, runs him over. She says she wants the last wish, and then everybody else is like arguing with her. So she offers 18 a whole bunch of money. Of course, 18 takes it. Roshi's like, I want a bunch of women. So Bulma makes a phone call and gets a car full of women to show up there out of nowhere. I loved this scene. This was great. It was hilarious because Roshi ends up in a car filled with women, and Bulma's like a pimp. And then Bulma asks the kids what they want, and Goten and Trunks are like, I don't really know. I just want to wish for something. Like, that was kind of dumb. But they're kids. I mean, they don't even know what they want. You can't even ask for toys because Trunks is like the richest kid, in the world. So what would he even want? So Bulma tells Goku, she's like, okay, I need your help. And then what happens is Beerus shows up, and the dragon, of course, freaks out when Beerus shows up. Bulma tells Goku she'll give him the wish if he goes to get a blue crystal for him, which is in the middle of the earth. So they have this scene where Goku puts on this, like, I guess, anti-volcanic suit. I guess. I don't know why that would even matter if the guy was fighting in space. I don't know. Listen. I don't want to say turn your brain off because it's not fair to you guys, but this is one of those like wacky Dragon Ball episodes. You just have to you can't overthink it because it may end up ruining your enjoyment. Just think of it as kind of just a goofy thing, it's just goofy shit. So Goku goes to the center of the earth, and then Beerus shows up. Goku gets the blue crystal, and what happens is Goku shows up back at Capsule Corp. Beerus and Whis are there, and Beerus sees the crystal, and he knows that the crystal's for the time machine. He breaks it. He actually destroys the crystal. He's like, no more time travel, no more of this shit. And then, as if that wasn't enough, he flicks his finger, and then the time machine over at Bulma's garage is immediately destroyed. What a dick. So the dreams of all the Trunks fans having him come back through that time machine's not happening. But remember, Trunks still has his own time machine. Still, it was pretty damn funny how Beerus is like, nope, not happening. Boom, snaps it, destroys time machine. Then again, Bulma can always make another one. So that's pretty much it. That's where the episode ends. The dragon, Shenron, whatever, freaks out. He says, fuck this, and he fucking pieces out, and that's it. No wish. So we still have another wish left. That's it. That's the end of the episode. Again, typical, middle, I don't want to say filler, but I guess it is kind of a, quote, filler episode. It's not the traditional sense of filler. I had fun watching it, but I'll be honest with you guys, I'm probably not going to watch it again because unless Bulma actually does rebuild the time machine, this episode had absolutely no bearing on anything in the future and barely anything in the past. It was just something that was just thrown in there to entertain you. That's what this episode is. So it's going to be up to you as to whether or not you liked it or not. And let me know if you did. Next week, Arale is back from Dr. Slump. I will be doing my full prediction for what happens next week tomorrow on the channel, as well as I have a video coming out, like I said, about the hierarchy of gods coming out tomorrow, so you guys can really understand. If you don't know, I know most of you guys know, but some of you guys might still be confused about who the gods are and where they rank in the hierarchy. So that's it for my review of Dragon Ball Super. Do not forget, crunchyroll.com/geekdom. You get 30 days for free. We're about to hit the holiday season. If you sign up now, you're going to get 30, not 15, 30 days for free to watch all the anime you want, 1080p high definition. You can stream it on your Roku, on your PS4. You can watch it on your Wii, your Xbox, anything you have, tablet, phone. HD anime, subbed, you know, and it's not just Dragon Ball, it's literally hundreds of hours of anime. Check it out, crunchyroll.com/geekdom. Get your little discount from me. Thank you guys, as always, for checking out Geekdom 101 and my review. I appreciate you guys. And by the way, I started playing Dragon Ball Fusions. I may do a video, give you my first impressions on that, so look forward to that as well on the channel. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys later on.